And when they start visualizing it and they see that you're the one that's saying it, they start connecting it as, this is the person who can give me that experience. You're going through the process here, and you're going through the way everything is laid out. If you guys have gone through the winning website formula modules, you'll see that there are a couple of things we take you through, starting with at the very top, that picture of success and the headliner statement. Now, the reason why we have those is because when people land on your website, we have less than 6 seconds, fewer than 6 seconds, to get them to decide if they want to stick around and find out more information, or if they're going to bounce off and find somebody who can give them the right information. That's the reason why we have things, as soon as they show up on their website, we have to show those two very important things. And it's basically that the headliner statement and the picture of success are meant to mirror each other. They're meant to be a text version and a visual version of the same thing. And what that thing should be, what both of those things should be reflecting clearly for them, is showing them that you understand that deeper emotional need, regardless of how many different types of clients you might serve. Well, how do I narrow this down? How do I speak to this emotional need when I serve all different types of people? DJs, for example, a lot of times will talk about how, well, I don't just do weddings. I do school dances, bar mitzvahs, anniversaries, retirement parties, company parties. Those are all true, and that's fine. We can talk about those things too. However, there's always going to be a connecting thread between all of those types of clients in terms of the type of experience that they are looking for you to provide. That headliner statement and the picture of success are both meant to visually show and then to say in words, in text, that you understand what that deeper emotional need is. What is that common thread that connects every single type of client that comes to you? Because the ones that you can serve the best are going to be the ones that you have something special to offer them. And it has to do with the type of experience that they are looking to have, regardless of what the setting might be. So that's what we are trying to really hone down to start with. And that's what we have to hit them with. That's where that very short time frame of that 6 seconds or less, there's so much research that continues to come out that shows that that number is dwindling, even more so as time goes on, because our attention spans as humans is getting smaller and smaller. We do have to hit them right away and help them to understand that we get that in that visual and that text form, okay? So that's where we do have to be very, very brief and precise and direct. That's where that starts off. But the goal is that once we catch their attention with that, we grab their attention, they're like, okay. Because think about when you have a statement on there, your headliner statement, that is speaking directly to that emotional need and to the type of experience that they are looking to have on their wedding day, versus your competitors who just have something like Long Island DJ. Great, good for you. I know where you're at least. That's a good thing. However, it's not enough. When you are coming at them saying like, hey, I know what you're looking for and I can give this to you, versus someone who is not doing that and is being very vague, a great party for everyone, and something where it's like, well, that's great. That's kind of a bare minimum, right? That's where we have to grab their attention. So once we've done that, the goal is that they're like, okay, I want to know more. And they scroll down. And this is where the power paragraph comes in. When we have the right power paragraph in place, we are expanding upon that conversation with them that we started with the headliner statement. That's that next step in the conversation, and showing them that we understand what that experience is. And there's some very key things that we have to communicate to them. At a very bare minimum, has to tell them, I know what you want, I know what you don't want. That's why I do this. I give you this type of experience. Schedule a call. Let's move forward. Those are the main things that it has to communicate in that power paragraph. Now, the reason why we do more than just like a sentence or two is because this is how we warm up our clients for the sales call. This is where we give them the information that helps them to see that we really, truly get them, that we are not only just a step above, but many steps above other people that they may be considering for their wedding. So in this power paragraph, that's where we need to be giving them that more information to say, hey, I know that on your wedding day, you are looking for this experience and you're describing it, helping them to visualize it. And that's something that just a sentence or two or nothing at all is not going to be able to do for you. You're basically saying, like, imagine this scenario. When you start doing that, what that naturally does is it makes them actually start picturing it in their head, and it helps them to start visualizing it. And when they start visualizing it and they see that you're the one that's saying it, they start connecting it as, this is the person who can give me that experience. This is the person who can make what I'm visualizing in my head come to life, can make it real, because this is what I ultimately want. This is what I'm looking for. So when we are doing that and we are describing these things in such a way, it helps them to start bonding with us and starting to see, okay, this person gets me. They know what I'm looking for. They can make this happen for me. We really deepen that connection with them, and then we invite them to reach out to us so that we can solidify this, answer their questions, and help them to see this is a no-brainer. You need to pick me. Because look I've already shown you, I know exactly what you're looking for. I know how to give this to you, and I'm ready to help you to do it. When we do that through that power paragraph, we are pre-warming them for the sales conversation. So now imagine you've given them all these things, and basically in their heads, they're like, check, check, check. You're like checking off all the boxes for them of, this person knows what I want. They're showing me that they know how to give me what I'm visualizing in my head. They can make it real for me. So now by the time they get into the sales call, you've already answered like 75% of the questions that either you would have had to pull out of them in the conversation, or they would have had to ask. And when they come to you, not warmed up like this, you guys have seen this. You know what that's like, right? You've had this experience where people are coming and they're basically like kind of sitting back, tell me what you got. It's a terrible situation to be in. Because not only are they coming to you already with that guard up, and they're like, I don't know, you're going to have to say something pretty spectacular to get me to decide to want to move forward with you. First of all, that undermines your expertise and your experience and your talent and ability. It also makes it so much harder because now you're like dancing for them. Oh, I promise I'm really, really good at this. And here's all my reviews. And so many people tell me this. You're having to actively sell them and convince them. And you guys are too good at what you do to have to be in that scenario anymore. What the power paragraph does is it pre-sells them. It does all of this for you ahead of time. So then when they come to the call with you, they're saying all the right things. They've checked off all the boxes for me. I just need to ask them, 1, are you available on my date? 2, like some very specific things that are very specific to that particular couple. But once we've already got them pre-warmed, we've got them 75% of the way to the finish line, and they just need to like double check that they have a good connection with you and that you can give them like the answers to those more specific questions they have. This is how we book more easily. This is how we make our sales conversations easier. It's how we build a relationship and build trust with our couples before we ever get into a conversation with them. We have so many examples of students who have come to us and told us, I updated my website with this and I immediately got, first of all, a couple of consultations, but I also got several bookings. Of my favorite one is Antonio, who is a DJ, father of a groom, who said, hey, I saw everything I need to know on your website. Just send me the contract. We're ready to go. Like, he had no conversation with this guy at all. The guy had not previously inquired, had not done anything else to reach out. But because his website already said what this father of the groom needed to hear to move forward and to book them for his kid's wedding, done. It really doesn't have to be so hard to pre-warm our people and to get them excited about knowing that we're going to be the right one for them when we use this type of a tool. Because your website might not be the first place that they find you. Maybe they find you through Instagram. Maybe they find you on Wedding Wire and The Knot, or, it doesn't matter. But your website is going to be the last place that they go to verify that you're legit and to know that this is a good move to go ahead and schedule that call. That is the reason why we do this work. This is why this is so crucial to getting this done. And I promise you, these couple of sessions where you are getting it written out and you're getting it reviewed and you're posting it on your website, this will never be a negative for your wedding business. Because the people who are not your ideal client, who are not wanting to really understand who you are and that you're going to be the right one for them, no, they're not going to read it. But that's okay. We don't want them. They're not going to be the right ones for you, okay? They're the ones who are going to give you problems. They're the ones who are going to make it difficult for you and are going to be haggling with you. The ones who are your ideal clients will read that. They need to hear this from you. I promise you, this is time well spent. This is how we bring in the right ones and make them super excited and wanting to move forward with us quickly. This is the reason why we're doing it, and that's why we're here to help you guys.